What's up everyone, I'm Grizz and welcome back for episode 7 of Tomo-Chan as a Girl. Last week we had fun with makeovers, then playing volleyball, which was all good and fun, but then we had a weird little thing with June and he seems to be coming to the realization that things really can't stay the way that they are with him and Tomo, and he needs to, I'm assuming, do something about it or figure out exactly what it is he wants. I think he's fully coming to the realization now that he's just been kind of chasing after her or like following in her shadow and not really doing things on his own or trying to be his own person, which is not a good thing. So hopefully he finds some resolve and fixes that and figures out what he wants to do. We also had a weird line to me about Mizusu doing things that are for her own gain, and I didn't really understand that. So maybe we get some clarification on that. Maybe I just misunderstood it. I don't know, but we'll have to end up seeing. Apologies if my voice or anything sounds a bit weird. I do have a cold, but if you do enjoy it all, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. They both do mean a lot to me. Feel free to also recommend any other shows that you'd be interested in seeing me react to. Let's get going with episode 7. June backstory. The gamer boy. Just like a frog. Tomo's always been the same, huh? Playing games? You haven't played? So aggressive. Oh no. It's a lot of money. Just strong grip. Gorilla. You just hit this girl. You need to hit me more. You're kind of insane. Yeah? I like it. Tomo's like overly nice. Yeah. She's the scary one in the house. Ah, yes, how it all began. I guess. She always had so much energy. You were always chasing her. You were always doing things you didn't want to do because you were scared, but you would follow in her path. Ah, how things haven't changed. It's the proper way to address you. She really hasn't changed. Exactly the same. Aww. Yeah. She's mean too. Oh, look how tiny she is. So they never got along. We're going bug catching. Oh. Yeah, only. Couple hundred. Yeah, with the sun beaming down on you. The princess gets carried. As the one being carried, yes. Oh my god. Yeah, they've never got along. Oh my god. I hate bugs so much. Yeah, because you're bullying him and making him doing things he doesn't want to do. Somebody's a little jealous. Yep. She'd also become stronger though, so you're still chasing. Here come the bullies. I'm assuming Tomo steps in here. Or he gets beat up and then she goes and looks for them, yeah. Probably. Yeah, I just happened to fall. That's not the response he usually has. Yeah, throws her off. I borrowed it. So she... Yeah. Yeah. Because we're friends and I'm helping you. That's what friends do, yep. It is, though. You're the one overcomplicating it. Well, then you have to find things that you can do. You don't have to do the same things. You goof. Forever. Till I pass you. So he's working hard so he can get it back still. The training arc. And that brings us to today. I've nearly accomplished my goals of surpassing Tomo. She still uses the same one. He doesn't think so, though. Which correlates back to, I guess, what they said at the end of the last episode, how Tomo thinks that he overestimates her too much and, you know, thinks she's too better than she really is, which is valid because that is exactly what's happening here. She thinks he's already past her. He doesn't realize it. He thinks that he's still way much more to go. I like that she remembered, though, still about the console. She has to come to make sure that he wears it. Yeah, we have to see those. You're a little too excited there, buddy. Calm down. You gotta show energy, Mizusu. Come on. This is that mandatory beach episode. You gotta get it in every one. Roughly around episode 7, 8 every time. She's over there. Oh, so he doesn't think that she... Yeah. He thought she probably had like a t-shirt and shorts on. Cover yourself, please. Yeah, I don't feel anything. Yeah, that's... Which is a good thing. We're happy about that. That he's really looking at you. Oh, everyone's here. A blonde poop chick. Pretty impressive. Oh, be careful there, Carol. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, you're gonna piss some people off. There shouldn't be. Yeah. Too much temptation. That's... Yeah, that's disrespectful. Keep your mouth closed. The opposite. Me? Thank you. Yeah. Good experience. Tell me in detail. Okay. Let's see. You gotta move on things, June. Strong woman. No, she just doesn't want some rando grabbing on her. You're just lurking in the water next to her. No, that's exactly what she wants. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, not now, Carol. Oh my god. I was gonna say yes. Yeah, no, bro. Oh, okay. But why are you not bothered when it's Carol? Yeah. Yeah, pretty close. No, that's close enough. Oh, he is. Yeah. He's noticing. Oh no. He's gonna be all sticky. Relax, relax, Jude. You're gonna get through this. She is doing a really good job right now. You lose everything. Your head goes blank. Yeah. Oh man, it freezes up. Even in sleep, she's doing good. Oh. Poor Muse. They picked me. So our mans does not see her as anything but a girl anymore. You'll have to see it. We're great progression. It's something I was worried about early on, as I did say before during the first episode, that I was concerned this is the type of show that just kind of follows comedy and then just follows natural like tropes where there's like subtle romance stuff going on, but there's really no development to it, and then it gets like kind of annoying because it gets repetitive. And that literally has not been the case. It's felt like steadily every episode there's been some sort of development, whether it's literally just one little realization. There's always been something, it seems like, that's slowly building towards something, and I love it. We went from Tomo thinking that June doesn't see her as a girl in the slightest, based on, I guess, simply just the response that she was given when she tried to confess to him the first time. And then I guess also added in just the way he acts around her besides that, right? Thinking because they're basically best friends and they hang out all the time and they're very similar and like a lot of the same things, right? And thinking, oh, he just sees me as one of the boys. Then we find out as the episodes progress, we just start realizing at least that June, it's not that at all. He definitely does see her as one, but it's more of he's trying to suppress the feelings almost. He's trying to hide that fact and he's not trying to see her as one, and he probably has a reason for that, right? Because what other reason would he be? I'm assuming it's as simple as I don't want things to change because I enjoy like our friendship and I don't want to ruin things, which I don't like that reason because that happens in real life too, and I don't like those reasons at all, but that's just a personal thing. Anyways, even if that is his reason, at least he does have some sort of reason that I guess he can tell himself is valid for why I don't want anything to change, or I can't view her as that, or I have to keep my distance, or I have to like not allow things like a label to be put on things, right? And then now we've been slowly progressing and we're seeing June start to kind of think and reflect on the relationship that they have and think about just everything, which something I didn't even realize it until Mizusu just said it now. All of that buildup that he's been having the past 2 or 3 episodes where he's been thinking like, oh, things can't stay like this, or he's been like just having these conscious thoughts about it. All this is actually just coming up because he's fully conscious now, I guess, that she is a girl. That's the only way that he can view her. He can't just view her as one of the boys anymore. And because of that, it basically shatters his, the things that he's trying to suppress within him, or the things that he's trying to use to convince himself, and it shatters all those tactics and that wall that he's building himself up, right? And he's unable to follow through and only think like that anymore. So as a result, it's gonna have to lead to some progression for us here. Where does he go from here? I really don't know. The entire episode was June focused, with the first half being about a backstory, almost about him and Tomo when they first meet, just so you can get some understanding about him chasing her and wanting to become stronger than her. And I like the idea with the game, the console, or DS, Game Boy, whatever, the handheld that they were using, and the fact that he decided like to basically make this oath to himself when he was younger that until I pass you, I'm not going to come get it back. Someone thinks that he's already passed her, and he doesn't think that he has, which just goes into him overestimating, her abilities or what he's really capable of, which I think goes into, again, he's hiding behind this wall that he's built up, and he's trying to have purpose and have something to chase after, and he doesn't want to lose that in his life, because then he's not going to have anything to strive for anymore. But regardless, I do like the fact that she still just remembers that to this day, and she is waiting on him almost to come and get it, which I think would be a really big moment for them, for him to actually show up and be like, all right, I've surpassed you. That might allow her to feel almost more girly, I guess, because that's the natural way, I guess, that the guy would be stronger in a sense. And it's not always the case, but it's more of the natural way and it's more typical. And I think she would like that as well, because it would make her feel like she's not, what was he calling her, like a monster and stuff like that, right? It would make her feel like there's somebody above her, and then maybe it would give her purpose and things that she wants to work towards and stuff. And I like that a lot, and I hope that that does get revisited and he actually does get it at some point. But all that backstory and everything just helps lead us up to that final moment where we're at, and the whole beach scene is fun because that's a situation where he really can't ignore what she really is or what he wants to see her as, especially the way that they're making her dress, like what they're making her wear when she's there, instead of her just probably doing the typical what she used to do, I'm guessing, when she was younger, which would just be like a t-shirt and like normal shorts or something. And now not allowing her to do that and making her actually wear like a proper swimsuit is something that's going to make it very difficult for him. And we see that the entire episode, he struggles being around Carol, he struggles being around Tomo, because specifically the boobs. So he wants to, get away, because he's trying to not only focus on that and trying to keep his mind clean here, but it's difficult for him. And Mizusu sees this as an opportunity for Tomo to constantly just be close to him and apply pressure and be more aggressive towards him, because then it almost forces him into the situation where he can no longer hide behind this wall and he has to see her for who she is and what their relationship really is. The situation where he's not comfortable even telling like a stranger that they're dating, right? But he's okay like accepting it when it comes to like Carol or something, is like more of a situation to me where somebody like Carol, he doesn't like think of her in that sort of way, and he never will, type of thing. So he's okay just like telling a lie. But when it comes to somebody that he truly cares about, and he doesn't want to maybe get them to like think a certain way, because if he just went ahead and he agreed to it, he could later try and clear it up, but it might put like thoughts in her head like, oh, did he actually mean it? Oh, is he comfortable with that idea? And for him, he can't really just get around to that idea of actually coming out and saying something like that they are together. At least that's how I'm interpreting that situation. And that's why even Mizusu said this is a good thing that he was okay with accepting Carol like that, because that's kind of where his mind's at. He doesn't want to just put like a false label on things, and he doesn't want to get things kind of mixed up. He doesn't want to put labels on stuff to kind of mess up their relationship or cause any issues or get her to think a certain way, maybe if it isn't true, or even if it is true, and then have to try and backtrack on it or cause more issues. I like Carol, of course, this episode. She's always fun. And Mizusu as well, just seeing her when she was younger, how she's always been the same, how her and June don't get along, how she was always just kind of rude and has that like glaring look towards June and doesn't like it. And even when they're on the beach, of her being kind of pissed off almost that these other two girls who are like completely stacked in comparison are getting like all this attention, despite her probably not wanting the attention realistically, but it still makes you feel left out when you're the only one like that's different or not getting it. So it definitely like probably bothered her a bit. And I think we've even seen like flashbacks in the past where like it's difficult for her. She talked about how it's difficult for her to see Tomo as anything but a girl herself, because she's seen two things specifically that you can't kind of go back from seeing. But yeah, all that's really fun, and I'm very excited. I'm happy that there has been a lot of development and it's working pretty well. I didn't care too much for June early on, and I still really don't. I'll be honest, like as a character, he's okay to me. Like I don't think he's bad by any means, but I don't care that much. And his relationship overall, Tomo, I can't say I'm thrilled by. Like I'm not obsessed or infatuated at all with it, but it's by far from the worst thing I've ever seen. And I am excited to see how it progresses, and hopefully we get something rounded up here. I do know the manga is fully completed, so I do wonder if this season is a complete adaptation of it. Maybe somebody can let me know how far they've adapted so far, and if there's any chance they do a full one, or if it's going to end up having to be like half of it and then a season 2 would be like another half, or if they're going to do a lot of it and then they could do like a movie or something to kind of cap things off. I wonder, because I don't think it's many. I think when I looked, it's only like 6 or 7 volumes or something. So if they skip some stuff, they definitely could fit it all into a season, but it all depends. Also, I don't know if it's 12 or 13 episodes. So if it's 13, they might be able to squeeze out another. But yeah, very excited for what's to come in next week. If you enjoy it all, feel free to hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Recommend any other shows you want to see me watch. Follow me on Twitter, and Enemy is a Friend is on my anime list. Both of those links are in the description, and I'll be back for episode 8 next week. See ya.